Hello and welcome to TII's Standards Roadshow Training 2025. My name is Esther Madden, I'm the Head of Research and Standards, and I will take you through an introduction to what information is available on the publication site. Before we begin, I'd just like to highlight that there are a number of drivers for change, and this is why we are continually updating and maintaining our standards and technical documents available on publications at TII.ie. In no particular order, many of the different drivers for change over the last 5 to 6 years have included improving sustainability within the TI's funded projects and programs. We also take into account ongoing developments in international standards, compliance with EU regulations, technical developments in materials, products and systems, outcomes from research, both internally carried out in TII and external research, feedback from our national road projects, and from our MMARC contracts on operations and maintenance, TII policy development, and input from industry. So as you can see, there are many things that affect the current status of the standards, and we strive to have the best standards and technical guidance available to industry for TII funded projects and programs at all times. To view the various different presentations and videos available under this year's training session, you can go to the publications website, and under the training material area you will see all of the presentations listed. The videos will also be made available so that you can listen to the presenters explaining the various different slides. Most of these presentations cover standards or technical guidelines that have been published within the last 12 months. But there are also some areas where we go into detail about what's upcoming. There are great presentations on the TII project management guidelines, where they've simplified 2 or 3 of the project management guidelines to make it more streamlined and easier for those working on our projects to put them into place. If you look at the revisions to temporary safety measures inspections, you'll find that there is more clarity provided, and it is easier for those carrying out temporary safety measures to understand what is necessary. There's a very useful document called the Ground Investigation Guidance, which may assist you in your projects in terms of understanding the cost of the full life cycle of a project, gathering the information, and how to minimise your carbon during construction. There are also a number of environmental standards and guidelines that are spoken about in this training. There is a short presentation on landscaping guidance, which follows the objectives in our landscaping plan, and our biodiversity standard, which is under production at the moment, which also follows objectives set out in our biodiversity plan. You can find our landscaping and biodiversity plans on the main TII website. There's a presentation on our work on population and human health, and 2 presentations on noise and air quality and upcoming standards in those areas. I strongly urge you to watch all of these presentations to become informed about the latest updates. We also have sessions on some of the updates that we have made to the requirements for measurement and pricing based on some comments that we have received through a review on claims to date. There will be training provided on the RMP next year. The Road Cycleway Design Standard has been updated with a chapter on structures, providing clarity on responsibilities around those legacy structures. A research project has now been finalised, and there is a collision reduction tool available which should help you in the planning of your safety projects. We also have presentations on the road emissions model and how that is to be implemented for your planning your projects. There's a number of presentations that talk about recent developments in the pavement standards, and a presentation on the VRS Maintenance Handbook and impacts on operations and maintenance. Other general items that may be of interest to you is there's a presentation on departures from standards and how to correctly submit a design report using our departures portal, and some common lessons learned and tips for that. And finally, we welcomed this year our colleagues from the National Transport Authority to give us a brief introduction and overview of the NTA technical standards. I hope that you enjoy all of these presentations and videos, and if you have any questions specific to any of our publications, you may contact us at infopubs@tii.ie. I'd just like to also highlight that we do run other more in-depth and specific training courses throughout the year, and they are highlighted here on this. If you need any further information on those, please email us again at infopubs@tii.ie. I hope that you enjoy the presentations, and thank you very much for watching this short video.